So it's actually, no, so it's 9. But now we have 2 new hires. That's 9, 10, 11. Plus you, that's 12. And then I don't know about Chastity. So maybe that brings us up, I believe, to 13, I believe. Counting MJ and Danielle, that should bring us to 15. But I don't know if we count Danielle and MJ in this scenario. But yeah, I believe it's, or maybe you can have 2 at a time, but no more than 2. I don't know how this vacation works. Especially now with this
I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real what's round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. Running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love the thing. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. No, you sad about it. No, you sad about it. No, you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. One thing, just give me a reason. Know you're mad, I'm undefeated.
3, and I think 1
making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you're trying to be. Run up the cash, you love to spin.
Was you playing what they were playing?
I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. I know you sad about it. I know you sad about it.
Tell me what house you're in, okay?
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos. This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The fifth-year quarterback, Marcus Mariota, ready to lead the Titans. Mariota still looking for his first 16-game season. He did pack on a few pounds in the offseason this year. Said he hopes to add a little durability and stay healthy throughout.
How'd you get all those stuff?
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And we roll now on the graphics for the offensive starters.
Let's take a look at the left tackle, Taylor Lewan. A big, gregarious guy with great athletic ability. Plays the game with a little bit of an edge. In fact, he doesn't play to the whistle. He plays to the echo of the whistle.
On third down, Mariota. And that is incomplete.
You
can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10.
The baby moon's right over here.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ice cream.
Throwing is locked. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself a big...
Now a hit and lock. Lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Titans. Taking it right down Broadway. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Oh, I already found it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Philip Lindsay. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. We talked about Philip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Philip Lindsay.
Why'd you put the cap?
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that one.
Give him 8 yards. There's still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football.
Just kidding. Like baby ketchup.
Lock on 3rd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
No.
Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
Probably a little bit of a surprise call there on 3rd and inches that they decided to throw the football. And how difficult is that for an offensive line when they look up and see all those extra bodies coming at them?
Tons of bodies coming in. They get a huge sack there. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And the first drive,
how are you running like that?
I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I'd file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack on 1st down, Mariota. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Phillip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with,
I think I know.
complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and he hoped to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
A pass there complete to Sutton. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle the...
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. When you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job. Finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota escaping the pressure right. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Derek Wolfe able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Mariota to throw it. Steps away. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone of throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will make it 10-0 here in the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Andrew Luck and company heading back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
A look at the numbers a week ago for Lindsay. 16 carries, 134 yards, and the score, too.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
I want to do it uphill. Jazzy.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
How did I turn into a baby? What's that moving?
They'll try the air now with Locke. Rush coming.
No, I'm not a
He's
baby.
taken down. Cameron Wake, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. A shotgun snap for Locke.
I know.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to
No,
rule him out
no,
of
this is
bounds.
not the way to our house.
So it'll be incomplete.
Come over
Certainly
here,
one they'd
baby.
like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Let's go
Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
We call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Derrick Henry, and not much there. Maybe a yard to the 24.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else should have put.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Here's Mariota. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Don't worry, child. I'm coming.
So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun.
I'm jumping on front of.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Out there to start their next drive, Philip Lindsay and the Broncos. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. Then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. And Sutton responded. Rookie campaign had over Sutton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
Daddy, I'm on top of the house.
Here in the first half. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, playing here for a touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Later tonight, we have more football, Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field. First down, Mariota. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Mariota. Rolling to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Mariota from the gun on third down. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Andrew Luck now, he gears up to lead this offense again. And Charles, it's the second quarter. Your team's losing. You're not playing well as the quarterback, but like I said, it's the second quarter, so how worried right now are you?
You're concerned, but you're not panicked because you know there's still an opportunity. No one's excited about his stat line right now. One touchdown pass, okay, that's cool, but he's throwing an interception as well. Can he eliminate the mistakes and keep making the positive plays, the good plays? That's what they're looking for from him.
Time to find out if he can do just that. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a first down throw, Luck. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Out of the gun, Luck. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Bruce Ellington, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 14-10. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him and keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw Mariota. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Andrew Luck and company heading back onto the field. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of the season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. On first down, it's Long. He completes this to Sutton. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Philip Lindsay, the intended target. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? From the 38, Mariota flush to his right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. On third down, Henry. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to fourth down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this will not have the distance to get there. Short, no good, just under the crossbar. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now on 2nd and 13. Luck. This is the tight end fan. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Luck now to throw. And down he goes. Cameron Wake make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And this will be taken at the 13. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On second down, here's Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Can I get a snack, Mommy?
Now Mariota, and he locates Walker, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A Titan first down, Mariota to Walker.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Mommy,
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw.
They'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Leonard Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Mariota. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he powers his way up past the 30. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 31, Luck. He's got Smith here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that. That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make the play on the football.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. And McManus able to put it through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got him in, Corey Davis. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Flushed out right. And Walker has it. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota, and that is caught. Walker, touchdown Titans. Delaney Walker, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a Tennessee score. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
Super toe.
On 1st and 10, Locke. It's caught. Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw is Locke. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cameron Wake in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Lindsey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he stopped at the 44. It's also a gain of 4, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mariota, he'll buy some time right. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Henry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. On 3rd down, Henry, and he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. missed it. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Cameron Wake has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Complete. Smith has it. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And a big 32-yard play on third.
Brandon, that was a nice route that time. Lined him up on the right and worked his way all the way across the formation. One of the toughest routes to cover because you keep waiting for the ball to be thrown or him to break something off. He goes all the way across the field, right to left, for a big play.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. From the 50, it's locked. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Cameron Wake in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Watch the slap, watch the slap, watch the slap.
Third and long, it's locked. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 23. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Off of play action. Lock. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cameron Wake racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Locke. That's complete to Jake Butt. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. A shotgun snap for Luck. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Denver, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they can't quite seem to turn things
Are you
around.
outside? Let me see what comes up. Woo! Is this your little doggy?
There on Monday.
Is this your little doggy? Bye-bye. I'm getting away from all these people. Ah! I'm grounded! These crowds of people left. Because I'm a teleport. Oh,
pepperoni and sausage? That one? That one? You want one pepperoni and sausage? Alex, regular cheese?
yes. You are breaking, aren't you? I'm gonna trade with someone. Yeah! Look at you play. I know. Daddy, could you trade me something? I only have one pet. No, not a pet. Something else. Just give me nothing. Just give me whatever that's something good, okay? She's gonna give you something.
One eats here, the other one eats here. Come on.
Yes, now she's gonna give me a house. Is this 3 o'clock?
No.
No, what time is it?
Not 3 o'clock.
No, what time is it? Trade me something. Where did you go?
Hold on.
Daddy, trade me something. It's too soft. It's close to 3.
Right there.
Mommy, it's close. Mommy,
Before 30. You don't need patience, so it has to be an hour before they close. The last thing you give them is 3:30.
Mommy, this is close to 3 o'clock. I want you to.
I'll tell you when 3 o'clock. Stop it.
Good. Disney Plus. Disney Plus is way better. And all the stuff I like. When I look up for Roblox, the noise is still on.
Because you know, new patients, they have to come in,
Oh,
fill
what's
out the
that?
registration forms, yada yada yada, and insurance card and all this stuff, so it takes time. So you don't want to schedule them at 4:30 when the doctor leaves at 5. Some patients alone take 20 minutes to fill out the form. Then 15 minutes for the girls to put in all that information in the system. Then another 15 minutes in the back for the girls to process it. And then the 15 minutes for them to send to the doctor. That's already an hour. Now you're talking about the doctor leaving at 5:30. Yeah, but
Today's a work day, gentlemen. You know what that means? We got to get better today.
so that's why I asked you what time is closed. So you're going to tell them they close at 5, but since you're a new patient, that's available from in an hour. I can give you around 3:30.
Jackie, where'd you find that Philip Morris? And I want to start watching it.
If there's an 8:30 available and the patient can come in at 8:30, yes. Go all the way up. They open up at 9, I believe. So the earliest you can get in the time. Are you going to look up? I was trying to make it easy around this. If you guys can come in at 9, I mean, you know, it's slow round. So that's busy. You can come in and out. You know, you do it in the morning, go some patients camp because they have to work. Okay. When we go break, come back at 6, okay?
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
You know what? When you
We
guys,
are just
you eat,
moments
why don't
away
you guys
from
not
what
be
should
together?
be
You
an
guys can
excellent
hang out
matchup
together.
between the Los Angeles
You're watching the
Chargers
same
and the
stuff.
Tennessee Titans.
That just
I'll be
doesn't
back
make
with
any
you
sense.
again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between our visitors and the Tennessee Titans.
Let's go, boys!
The first down throw here for Rivers. Got the connection here to Bourne. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Good completion there from Philip Rivers, who has been really good against Tennessee in his career. This is the 9th time that he has faced the Titans as a starter, and so far he's 7-1 against them. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How are they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously.
And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Lake, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continue to play at that level, and when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. If you see it, you call it.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. They go play action here on first down. Lush coming, and he's taken down. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Under team. Hey, watch it.
Now it's Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Space to run past the 20. A heck of an effort there on the scramble. Leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Tannehill under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a man closing in on 15,000 career rush yards, Frank Gore. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. From the gun, Rivers. Open man is Bourne. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Kendrick Bourne, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25 couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now a pass hauled in downfield. A big play that time for the Titans. 47 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Tannehill now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defense is awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. Well, a couple of good division battles coming up in primetime this weekend, starting tonight with Sunday Night Football, Eagles and Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Then tomorrow on Monday night, it's the defending champs, the Patriots, on the road at MetLife Stadium to take on the Jets. 2 not to miss to close. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw, Tannehill. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Right at after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
Where'd you get that?
From the 39, Tannehill. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I'm gonna go get
Melvin Ingram. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
I'm not getting the little one. I'm getting
Third and long, it's Tannehill.
Do you see Eddie?
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And that might be Titan football. It is.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Hold it correctly.
No, because you already got it.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gore. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Tannehill. Trying to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Rivers to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cameron Wake in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. One man in the backfield. That's Gordon. 2nd and goal. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks.
And he's going to go down again. Cameron Wake, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Tannehill sets up the screen to Lewis. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Here's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 4th down, here's the AFC Pro Bowl punter the last 2 years. That's Brett Kern to kick it for Tennessee. Back deep, Travis Benjamin. Fielded at the 33. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Going underneath for Gordon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So we reach halftime here, and it's the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7th. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Look at me. Go. What? There is no color. Do you even see me?
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Yeah! I was going through that one. Did you see it?
From the 50, it's Tannehill. Flush to his right. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe better. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Melvin Ingram able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
To try and get in for the sack, Tannehill. There they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this...
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as...
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Gordon. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
180.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A Charger first down. Rivers hooking up with Allen. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Rivers. This one to Bourne out on the left side.
I don't know.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
And being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Joey Bosa getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's the rookie with a catch, A.J. Brown.
Mommy, should I be something?
Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? He locates Walker, complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Tannehill now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To the air again, Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And picked up by the Chargers. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Face mask. Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. One man in the backfield, that's Gordon, 2nd and goal. Now Rivers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Cameron Wake, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And then for the Chargers getting into the end zone.
How do we buy houses? We just buy this one.
Out come the Titans now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here.
Someone buy this already.
I like it, though, because you're exactly right. All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you...
This isn't the smallest house in the world.
Up to you.
It's not even
Up to you.
smaller
What do
than
you want
ours.
to do? What do you feel like you need
The
to,
worst bit.
go over
Hey, what'd you eat?
for the time being?
gave me the
You
word.
could say
I just kept
that.
using it.
But it's not.
Go!
Ah! Stop with the fire back
Tannehill on
row!
1st down. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker.
Let's go, baby.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. Here's Tannehill. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? You don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible.
And nothing but daylight ahead.
Touchdown,
Titans. Delaney Walker. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, boom, boom. And he punches going in the end zone. Terrific play.
Again, Tannehill to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, If you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs. They can't touch the ball.
That's the one I'm talking about. That's probably the one I'm talking about.
Daddy, you have to stop. You're going to play the best game ever.
Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. The Chargers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Harold Landry coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I think we'll go all out and kill them for the call, because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 11, 2 minutes, 17 seconds to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Now Tannehill, flushed out right. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill, and Walker has it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Derwin James, the all-pro safety, is a rookie there to knock it away.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
They snap it to Tannehill. He finds Humphreys. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The sack cost them only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now it's Tannehill. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. Now Tannehill saying, let's get to the line. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, they're going to try the jet sweep. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
The shot.
Black 15! Check, watch 54, watch 54. Here we go, G! Jam!
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural, but I
like where we're going with this. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that.
Yo ni cuenta se dieron de que eso ya son las 3.
No voy a ganar. No le diste la madre.
Incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow.
No
I just had to let you know.
They did?
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest. Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, dismissing the opposition, and all that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
That might be a quick game, but okay.